One thing you may have to do before you can create a confidence interval is calculate what we call a point estimate for population mean. So for example, if I'm given some data of repair costs here and calculate the point estimate for the average, I can do so by creating. Now you can do this easily by hand by adding them up and dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can do this in Excel. So let's bring the Excel so you can see them. I'm going to insert a function for average and button. A box pops up and all I have to do is I want to find the average of. And I can very easily find the point estimate for the average. Now sometimes we don't know if our data is normally distributed or not. So we may be called upon to look at some graphical displays to determine if we can find the confidence interval. One thing, probability plots in terms of how they can be used to show if something is normally distributed or not. This is that was not an example. Let's get that back. This is an example of a normal probability plot. And what we're looking at is determining if all of these red dots are between what we call a confidence band or the outer blue bands. We say this is normally distributed. Now it's not a huge concern if maybe 1 or 2 is close like this one, and maybe if it was slightly on the other side, I wouldn't be horribly concerned. But if you started to see patterns or started to see a lot of these outside of these confidence bands, I would be concerned and I would want to investigate further. You may also look at a box plot, and the important thing about a box plot is there should be no outliers or values present. So that's something to consider. Once you've determined that your data is normally distributed, you may go ahead and create a confidence interval for averages just like we did before on the last video. Pay careful attention to if the standard deviation is given, and then you can use the z-value using the exact formula out previously. But first, you do just want to do a quick verification if you're not told it's a normal distribution using the confidence bands and a box plot to make sure we can assume it's a normal distribution.